Oh, ode to dandelion. Dandelion, such a common plant, and we can so tend to take the most common plants for granted, but how I've learned is they are the most important medicine plants that we have. And look at this flower. Look how exquisite this flower is. It amazes me that people want to remove this from their lawns. What could be more beautiful? And look at the bottom of it. Because one of the things when you study plants, and you study nature in any way, is you see repeating patterns all the time. So we have patterns of growth that are mirrored again and again in the plant. Here we actually have a bunch of different stages. Here the flowers have closed up. They're starting to go to seed, but we have these really massive leaves. And they have some other little plants around them, but dandelion is very community oriented and apparently is really cool with diversity because she grows with everybody very happily. And the different parts of this plant have different medicine. So right now, if somebody wants to make flower medicine, this is the time because the flowers are going, right? They're going to seed. And our language is also revealing because we use going to seed to mean often something that is losing its beauty or, aging badly. Whereas in nature, what going to seed means is that this beauty is going into creating the next generation. So going to seed is actually kind of a marvelous and complementary thing if we were thinking more generously. The thing that I love about the flowers is they bring light into the darkness. Look at this, it's like it glows, this flower. So if there is a bleakness in your spirit, if there is a darkness in your heart, if there is a difficult time you're going through or just something you're just having a really hard time assimilating, the flower medicine is such a good friend, and it can be used as we did in breakfast and in salads or in cooking. It can also be, the flowers can be captured, their essence can be captured, well, as a flower essence, which I'm not going to go through how to make that right now, but as a tincture. I do always keep a supply of dandelion flower tincture on hand because physically it helps to move the lymph where there's lymphatic congestion. And my understanding of this beautiful flower is that it is especially effective where emotions have been congested, and then that has led to congestion in the fluids of the body, like the lymphatic system. So we also put the flowers up in olive oil. I have tips in my book, The Gift of Healing Herbs, about making medicine from a wet flower like dandelion. I suggest to let the flowers wilt or dry out for anywhere from 4 or 5 hours to overnight before putting them in oil. But they make a beautiful, beautiful healing massage oil, a breast oil because they move lymph, so they're really particularly great for breast massage, but really for any kind of pain in the body, particularly that which might be connected to emotional pain. We have the flowers. The leaves are a primary medicine for the health of our kidneys, and the best way to use the leaves is cooked in food, dry them and make infusions, or use the fresh leaves in tinctures, but especially vinegars is a great way to preserve the dandelion medicine. And you could do the whole upper part and make a beautiful vinegar. In fact, maybe I'll do that after we're done with this video, because this is a beautiful plant. Chopping up the whole plant, and putting it into vinegar and waiting about 2 months, month to 2 months. And then we can use that in our cooking, in our kitchens, in our food, and we're getting all this dandelion medicine. So lastly, if you wanted to use the dandelion, whether as food or dried in infusion, it's really helpful as a natural diuretic. But unlike a conventional pharmaceutical diuretic, what this plant will do is it will restore the potassium in your body that a conventional diuretic takes out while it's helping relieve, helping the kidneys to filter and help you release more fluids. So quite amazing. Nature knows what she's doing, right? So she can help you release water, but puts the potassium back in for you that tends to deplete. And this is a secondarily important plant for blood pressure through how it helps strengthen the kidneys.